Is Teen Gohan too small in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? That is what we're going to be talking about today in this video, guys. Now I'm going to be honest, I kind of see what both sides are thinking. The people that are saying, yes, he's too small, and the people that are saying, no, he's not too small. And we're going to get into it. And honestly, when I watched the Cell Android Saga trailer that we just got, at first I wasn't really thinking too much about it until I watched it on my own time afterwards, as well as somebody that commented on my video and was like, hey, Teen Gohan looks like they used the Kid Gohan model. And I'm like, you know what? He does look a little small. So I was like, you know, that made me a little curious, and I wanted to know what other people thought about this. And honestly, first things first, Teen Gohan isn't really a teen. If you didn't know, he's actually like 11 or 12 years old. It's just something weird that I don't know, the English translation or something, they made it teen. If you guys know exactly what it is, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with like English translations or something. But let's start with Slow Plays. He tweeted, saw some people that say that Teen Gohan looks a bit too small. What do you guys think? So I'm going to see what some of these people are saying. He looks like he's 10 or something. Oh wait, so yeah, he knows that he's really like 11 or 12 years old, so he's not technically a teenager, so of course it makes sense. And in the manga as well, Teen Gohan is actually pretty small. I have a little panel that I can pull up for you guys to show you here in a second, but let's see. I mean, he definitely isn't tall. He's like 12. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people know he is actually pretty small. So he looks accurate for his actual age. Swear he was 11 during the fight. Looks about right. Shout out to Legends on one of the few Dragon Ball games that get it correct. I'm glad he looks well. A 9-year-old LMAO. I'll always understand the confusion though. This is the most menacing Jack 9-year-old. I mean, that makes sense. When you see someone that looks as powerful as this, you automatically assume they're a little bit taller. Of course, he wasn't taller than Goku, wasn't taller than Piccolo or Vegeta or anything like that. But when you see a picture like this, you like automatically assume, oh, he must be a little bit taller. But what I'm getting from a lot of these things, let me read this one too. The name Teen Gohan is misleading because he's not a teenager at all. If I'm right, he's like 10 or 11. So yeah. All right. So it looks like all the people that are saying no, he's not too small in Sparking Zero are the people that know the manga accurate description of Teen Gohan. Because he really, like I said, he's 10, 11, 12 years old, whatever the actual number is. If you guys know, let me know. But he's not a teenager, one. And then two, in the manga, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a panel that I have up here. He is no smaller than, I mean, he's about as tall as Krillin. And Krillin has his head hunched over. So he's definitely still smaller than Krillin, which is kind of crazy when you look at it. I feel like maybe he's a little bit taller after the hyperbolic time turbo. But yeah, this shows you how small he actually is. And I'm gonna be honest, the reason why people saying yes, the people that are saying yes, and the people, and I'm one of those people at first when I first saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, he does look pretty small in Sparking Zero. And I think the people that are saying yes are the people that are used to seeing Teen Gohan in the video games, because in video games, whether it be, I don't know, Raging Blast, the older Tenkaichi games, he looks a bit taller, and I believe he's actually taller than Krillin in all his previous games and other Dragon Ball games. And those are typically the people that are saying yes, he's too small, his model looks weird, because in previous video games he looks a bit taller. So, and I have that right here. This guy named Ayub, I do follow this guy. He has a lot of Sparking Zero news and things he says on his channel, or not his channel, but on his Twitter page. And I'm like, okay, yeah, a lot of stuff I get. Here is the model that everybody is talking about in Sparking Zero. The proportions do look a little weird. I'm gonna be honest, the proportions look a little bit weird because most Teen Gohan, whether even in manga pictures or other video games, his waist, he has a little bit, his waist is up a little bit higher, and his legs look a little bit longer. But in the game, he looks pretty short. But in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, that's what I'm assuming this game is. And I don't know if it's 2 or 1, but in 3, he looks a bit taller. Like, can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Like what I was saying, his torso is a little bit higher, and he has a tad bit longer legs. Whereas this is like, he's like a troll almost in Sparking Zero. So I'll say maybe the model could be a little bit better. But as far as the height, I don't see I don't see the problem if they're going for manga accuracy. You know what I mean? Here's another one where he looks pretty tiny. He's doing his Super Kamehameha. And I don't know, he looks weird. He looks funny. In Teen Gohan, I keep putting the air quotes on teen, but Teen Gohan is one of my favorite versions of Gohan. And he was my favorite character at one point in time. And here's the quote he put on top of the tweet he originally said. He said, "I really can't understand why I have to get insulted when I give my opinion. Toriyama was playing with Gohan's proportions. Yeah, his proportions are kind of all over the place. Now, I'm sure there's official height that I'm going to look up. But as far as the manga, video games, all that, it's not very consistent." And then he says, "But I give my personal opinion in all the Dragon Ball games. Gohan is a model from the anime where he is bigger. I prefer that. I honestly, the ones where he looks taller, I do kind of prefer more than him just being, I don't know, basically Kid Gohan just with a different haircut. I don't know. I prefer it, even though him being tiny, it is manga accurate. You can't debate it. You can't debate that. Every time I give criticism that I find constructive, people still find a way to say that I'm nitpicking. I think it's not very difficult to ignore a tweet when you don't like it." So just very quickly, this has nothing to do with the video, but I will say a lot of you guys are mean. A lot of you guys are mean. Like, people can give slight criticisms, constructive criticism. It's not, because there are people that you can obviously see on YouTube or wherever, or on any kind of media. You can see like, oh, they just hate this product or hate this media, and they're just talking shit about it just to talk shit about it for no absolute reason. Whereas some people, like my guy Ayub, myself in one of my previous videos, you know, sometimes, yeah, it could be a little nitpicky sometimes when you find things about the game that you would like to be better. You just want to be like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, but they could improve on this and just make the game a tad bit better. That's all it is. But this guy, he's definitely not one of those guys that just like, oh, I hate this game, so I'm just gonna talk shit about it no matter what. He doesn't do that. And a lot of you guys gotta just understand that not everybody is just attacking the game or saying it's trash. Now, there are people out there, but not everybody's like that. That's all I gotta say about that. But let's see, in all the games, in the anime, and most of the manga, he has the height of a teenager. So let's see. So this is Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the Sparking Zero. This is the manga, where he looks taller. Like I said, those proportions earlier, where he has a smaller torso, but his legs look longer. He still is short, but the proportions, he has longer legs. And if you go back to the Sparking Zero one, you see what I mean? Very tiny legs, but in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the legs are taller, or longer. And then this is Raging Blast. So see, same proportion like this. These are the video game proportions. Video game proportions. Another Raging Blast render. So you guys get what I'm saying. So the people that are saying yes, it is too short. A lot of you guys are going off of the video games, and there is different proportions in the manga as well. Although the manga, most of the time, he's portrayed as being pretty tiny, like this one here. So it's you guys are both right. Everybody that are saying yes and no, everybody's right. Everybody's right. There's no reason to say, oh, one thing and then not acknowledge the other. Because if you're going from just the manga or the video game, I don't know. Like I said, everybody's right. It's kind of a weird situation. I mean, again, this is still a nitpicky thing. This doesn't affect the game. This doesn't change the gameplay. This doesn't. I hope there's not people out there that are gonna be like, oh, I'm never gonna buy the game because Teen Gohan is not the right size, or you know what, there are people like that. I've seen that in some of my videos, comments. I've seen stuff like that, which is kind of interesting. There's interesting takes that you won't buy a game because one character is kind of, I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into that, but yeah, I'm gonna say no one's wrong. No one's wrong here. They're just going with manga accuracy, height. And here's a better look at the manga panel I was showing you guys, but with color. So yeah, he is tiny. He is tiny. It's just that Toriyama's proportions. And here's a tiny one. Here's a tiny one. I bet this is like a Dragon Quest, the Dragon Quest-y art style. Although Toriyama made, but it looks more like a Dragon Quest drawing than it does a Dragon Ball one. If you know, you know. And then Fighters. Okay, so Fighters. I mean, I think fighters, I don't know. It's so weird. This is such a nitpicky thing. I personally don't care too much about this whole thing. I just thought it was interesting that so many people were debating about it, when no one is wrong. No one is wrong. If you just going strictly manga accuracy height wise, then I guess people that are saying yes, it's too small are wrong. But if you're going off of the inconsistencies of the manga, as well as the height of Teen Gohan in previous video games, the people that are saying yes, he's too small, those people are right. And the people that are saying no are wrong. So alright, so that's honestly all I've got to say. I don't want to make this video too long. I just thought it was interesting seeing everybody's takes on it. But nobody's wrong. Everybody is right in this situation. All in all, I enjoyed the trailer. It was very predictable, because in the one before that came out was the Saiyan Saga and the Frieza Saga trailer, and I was like, okay, it's got to be Android, it's got to be Cell. And then I thought we were gonna get the Boo as well, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get the Boo Saga trailer here coming up very, very soon. So we'll be looking out for that. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video, guys. If you enjoyed this little chat, let me know. I want to talk about it with you guys in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, notification bell. I'll be back with some more Sparking Zero news, because when there's things like this, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't cover every single little thing, because like kind of like this, it is a nitpicky thing. People are just making nitpicky. If it's something I feel like I gotta get on here and talk about, that's what I'll do, and that's what I did here today. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that, and some other gameplay. I'm gonna be playing some Budokai Tenkaichi 3 or Budokai Tenkaichi 4 modded gameplay here on the channel too. So look out for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.